Welcome to another episode of On the Range. Today we'll be shooting at the hard target range. Let's get out on the range. Well, here we are back inside. Beautiful day today, but a little cold. Today we're looking at the Beretta 92FS, made in Italy. Now this one's the one made in Italy. You can get them made in Italy or made here in the United States. And it comes with two 15-round magazines. It's a 9mm, of course. And I wanted to get my hands on this. This happens to be on loan from my neighbor. And I wanted to shoot it because back in the day between 1995 and 2004, I carried two Beretta 92D Centurions every day. So, been a while since I shot one, well over a decade. And I kind of wanted to do it once again. So he borrowed it to me, and I'm glad he did. I want to thank him for that. This is a little different than the 92D Centurion I had. The 92D Centurion is kind of like, this would be the government model 1911, and the 92D Centurion in size would be a commander model. Same grip frame, but a shorter barrel and slide makes it a little lighter to carry. It also had a D-spurred hammer. Didn't need the spur because the D stands for double action only. Every trigger pull was that long hard trigger pull you'll find on this for the first trigger pull. And it, as a result, very safe gun to carry, so it didn't have any safety or decocker, no need for it, because every time the slide comes back forward, the hammer comes back forward. So I found that to be a very simple and good design for what I was doing. Every trigger pull the same, and it also was a long, hard enough trigger pull that it gave you a little ability to back off that trigger and not take that shot if you wanted. So that's what I used to carry, and I wanted to get my hands on this and see if I could still shoot the thing. And I did all right, never missed the target. Few changes though I noticed on this. I also noticed that if every trigger pull would have been like the first one, I would have shot it better. Yeah, I wasn't quite so comfortable with that light, fast trigger pull on the shots after the first one. I think I would have shot it better if it would have been a D. But at any rate, we'll talk about that. That's Mr. Holster's problem. Nothing you care to hear about. Few changes on this. I noticed the finish on the receiver, the slide too, but the receiver more than the slide is kind of rough and not really of the quality of the one I used to have. I also noticed that the trigger here is plastic. Yeah, mine was metal. And also the guide rod, plastic. The magazine release, plastic, appears to be. And I'm not quite so sure, but I kind of suspect, I don't know if this is plastic or not. I guess if you don't know if it's plastic or not, it doesn't matter. So there's a few components he decided he wants to switch out on it, and one of them being the safety. You can buy from Beretta the 92G conversion kit, which turns this into just a decocker. So all it'll do is decock it and then return back to the upright position and not have any safety. Because once that safety's on, you got nothing. You pull the trigger and got nothing. Take the safety off, and then there you go. So he thinks he wants to do that because he's worried he'll have the safety on and not realize it and get that. I don't know that that's that big a concern, but it's got a pretty positive safety. You keep it off when you load it. You got to decock it. You just train yourself to put the safety back up. And I really don't think working the slide, but maybe you could possibly hit that safety and put it down. But I don't know. I don't think that's really that possible myself. I think that would be a real fluke to have that happen. But that's Mr. Holster's thought on the process. But I do agree the safety is really unnecessary for this firearm due to the long, hard trigger pull. And this is a longer and harder trigger pull than on my 92D. And one of the things I noticed they had on the website, they offer the D hammer spring, which is the spring they used to have in the 92D, and it'll lighten it up like that was. And I suggested that might be a good thing to do too, because this is a pretty long, hard trigger pull. I like that 92D because every trigger pull was the same, and they were long and hard enough I could back off on it again. But great gun, and one of the fantastic things about these guns, they're very well made. A lot of parts, though. It's not a simple firearm. But one of the great things is right out of the box, this is one of the most accurate 9mm firearms you're going to buy right out of the box, I say. Really enjoyed shooting, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, from Mr. Holster and Jack, go out and stay safe. I'll leave you a little more footage of us shooting out there on the hard target range. Go shooting. Hey, you're giving them the butt.